El trabajo de un operador del 911 no es tan diferente como los otros, pero es muy difícil porque escuchas cosas que una persona muy sensible no podría escuchar. Con tan solo escuchar estas llamadas que te mostraré a continuación, te harán pensar esta noche de qué se siente estar en el teléfono en un momento tan crítico. Por eso hoy en Dubs Terror te enseñaré las 5 llamadas más escalofriantes al 911. En 2012, Jake Evans tomó un revólver y asesinó a su madre y hermana, al parecer inspirado por el remake de la película Halloween. Él, en la llamada, explica cómo se habría inspirado en el personaje Michael Myers porque no tenía empatía y eso le atraía mucho. Resaltó que la parte que lo motivó a hacer el asesinato fue cuando Michael ve cómo su hermana está con su novio y espera que se vaya para perpetrar el asesinato. Dijo que repitió la película como 3 veces esa semana y de la nada se le metió en la cabeza que tendría que hacer el asesinato. Realizó un horario de cómo iba a matar a su familia por separado. Empezó con su hermana, la cual le habría disparado por la espalda y cayó por las escaleras. Al darse cuenta que esto no era como la película, intentó hacer algo y por el miedo mató a su madre, para después llamar al 911 y explicar esto. Por tal motivo no nos lo tomaron como problema de psicopatía y por tal le cayeron 45 años de cárcel.
911, where is your emergency?
My house.
Okay, what's the emergency?
I just killed my mom and my sister.
You just killed your mother and your sister? How did you do that?
I shot him with a .22 revolver.
Are you sure they're dead?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to stay on the phone with me, okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Where is the gun?
It's on the kitchen counter.
Is there any reason that you were so angry at your mother and your sister?
I don't know. I wasn't. It's weird. I wasn't even really angry with them. It just kind of happened. I've been kind of planning on killing for a while now.
The two of them, or just anybody?
Pretty much anybody.
Why?
I don't know. I don't really like people's kind of attitude.
Right.
I think they're very like, emotional. I don't know, verbally rude to each other and stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know.
It's okay.
It's just my family. I don't know. They're just kind of really. I guess this is really selfish to say, but to me, I felt like they were just suffocating me in a way. I don't know. I think obviously, I'm pretty, I guess, evil, but that's, whatever.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Kevin Colgrove, un trabajador del World Trade Center, llamó al 911 para pedir ayuda, minutos antes de que una de las torres gemelas se derrumbara y acabara con su vida. En la llamada se puede escuchar al hombre muy angustiado y manifiesta que apenas puede ver por la cantidad de humo que hay en el interior de la estructura. A pesar de que las posibilidades de él de sobrevivir eran mínimas, trató de mantenerse calmado mientras la ayuda de los bomberos llegara. Sin embargo, era muy poco probable que llegaran hasta el piso 105 donde él y otras 2 personas se encontraban. En la llamada, él le confiesa a la operadora que le dijo a su esposa que había podido salir para que ella no se preocupara. Mientras los bomberos estaban auxiliando a las demás personas, el segundo avión estrelló la torre, y este es el último audio que se tuvo conocimiento y registrado del atentado de las Torres Gemelas, que hoy por hoy es tomado como un testimonio de una persona que vivió el infierno que estaban pasando los estadounidenses adentro de las estructuras.
Okay, there was notifications made.
What's that?
What's the telephone number? I'm waiting for FC to pick up. What's the telephone number you're calling?
The AC.
You can do anything there.
441 2623.
441?
2623.
It's on 105th floor, the northwest corner, right?
Right.
At number 2 World Trade Center.
Right. Lady, there's 3 of us in this office. We're not ready to die, but it's getting bad.
I understand, sir. We can get those transferred all the apparatus there. I'm trying to let them know where you are. Just hold on.
Oh, please hurry. Fire Department 408.
This is 15.
Let me talk to the caller, PD.
1597.
Let me talk to the caller. Where is he?
He's on the line.
Let me talk to him. Where's the fire, sir? There's smoke right there. 105, 2 power. All right, sit tight. We'll get to you as soon as we can. There's some setting up. The smoke's really bad, man. It's barely leave. That's all we can do. Where are you? What's you guys up to? We're getting there. We're getting there. Doesn't feel like it, man. I got young kids. I understand that, sir. We're on the way.
He's on the 105th floor, the northwest corner.
We have no problem. Little operator? Yeah. Come on, man.
Okay, we have everything, sir.
I know you do, but it doesn't seem like it. You got lots of people up here.
I understand.
I know you got a lot in the building, but we're up on the top. Smoke rises, it's really big. We're on the floor, we're in a window. And then I had to barely breathe now. Can't see.
Okay. Just try to hang in there. I'm going to stay with you.
You say you're in an air-conditioned building. What the hell happened?
Okay, I'm still here. He's been trying to fire department, trying to get to you.
Doesn't feel like it.
Okay, try to calm down so you can conserve your oxygen, okay? Try to...
Thank God the blood was in from the left. It's really bad. It's black. It's arid. Does anybody else want to chime in here? We're young men. We're not ready to die.
I understand.
How the hell are you going to get my ass down? I need oxygen.
They're getting to you. They have a lot of apparatus on the
It doesn't feel like it, lady. You get them in from all over. They go in from Jersey. I don't give a shit. Ohio.
Okay, so what's your last name?
Mine's Cosgrove. I must have called about a dozen times already. Cosgrove.
Yeah.
My wife thinks I'm all right. I called her and said I was leaving the building. I was fine, and bang.
Well, I want you to...
Hold on. Yeah. Cherry. Fred Cherry. Is that right? Yeah. Fred Cherry's next to me. 105. Whose office? John Astro's office.
That's where you go. That's the office.
We're in John Astro's office. OST. ARU.
ARU.
Right, that's the office we're in. There's 3 of us in here.
OST ARU. Hello?
Hello. We're looking at financial center. 3 of us, 2 broken windows. Oh, God!
Message number 100.
En el año 2009, un chimpancé de 91 kilogramos atacó a una señora de 55 años, desfigurando su cara más allá de la comprensión. El incidente fue indescriptible y lo peor es que durante un momento se puede notar cómo el operador es un poco escéptico y cree que le están jugando una broma.
Stand for 911, where's your emergency?
Oh, this is Sandy. 231 Rock Crimmon Road.
What's the
Send
problem?
the police. Send the police.
What's the problem there?
The chimp killed my friend.
What's the problem with your friend?
Oh, please.
What's the problem with your friend? I need to know.
Send the police up with a gun. Hurry
Who has
up.
a gun?
Please, hurry up. He's killing my girlfriend.
What is the problem?
friend.
Who's killing your friend?
My chimpanzee.
Oh, your chimpanzee is killing your friend.
Yes. He ripped her apart. Hurry up.
With a gun.
Hurry up, please.
There's someone on the way.
With guns, please. Shoot him.
What is the monkey doing? Tell me what the monkey's...
He ripped her face off.
He ripped her face off?
He's trying to attack me. Please,
Okay,
hurry.
I need you to calm down a little bit. They're on the way. Can you put yourself away? I don't want the monkey attacking you.
Please, hurry up. Listen to me.
They're on the way, ma'am.
Guns. They gotta shoot him, please. Please, hurry.
Are you there with your friend? I need you to help your friend. Can you go help your friend?
I can't. He tried to attack me now.
Is he still there with your friend?
Yes,
Okay, so then back off. Then don't get any closer, okay? They're already on the way.
please.
If the monkey moves away from your friend, let me know, okay? So we could try to help your friend.
No, I can't. She's dead. She's dead.
Why are you saying that she's dead?
She's dead. He ripped her apart.
He ripped what apart? Her face?
Everything. Oh,
He ripped her apart?
listen, I think I'm gonna faint. I think I'm gonna pass out.
No, just breathe, okay? I'm going to stay with you on the phone until they get there.
Listen, please hurry. Please hurry. Oh my God! They gotta have their guns out. They gotta have their guns out. Listen to me. Oh my God.
Is this your monkey or whose monkey
Yes.
is it? It's your monkey.
No, it's mine.
How do you know how big is he? How many pounds?
200 pounds.
400?
200.
200 pounds?
Listen to me, please. Where are they?
And he's a chimp, correct?
Yes. Where are they?
They're going your way. They're going as fast as they can your way, okay?
Please go faster. Please, Dirk. Please.
Is the monkey still by your friend, or can you get close to your friend?
He's
eating her?
Please.
The monkey's
God,
eating
oh,
her.
please.
Okay, I need you to calm down for me. I know it's hard, okay? I know it's hard. But they're going as fast as they can your way,
Oh,
okay?
my God. Please hurry. Please. They tell them they got to shoot him because I tried stabbing him and he's not, and it made him worse.
Okay, Sandra.
Have them shoot him.
They will. Sandra, I already have the fire department close by, okay? So as soon as the police gets there, the fire department's going to move in, okay? The fire department can't move in yet, but as soon as the police officers show up...
Please tell them. Shoot him because he's going to try to attack me now.
Just breathe, Sandra.
Shoot him!
Sandra, stay in your car.
Shoot him!
Sandra, I need you to stay in your car.
Shoot him, please. I tried stabbing him, and he's hurt now too. So he's gonna attack anybody. I can't get out of this car.
Lock your doors on your car and stay there with me.
It don't matter. He will rip the doors wide
Sandra,
open.
just do what I'm telling you to. Stay in the car. The police officers will handle it.
Please tell him to shoot him. Please tell him. Please tell him to kill him, please.
They did, Sandra. They're shooting at him already, okay?
But he's not dead.
I know. They will continue until he's dead, okay? I just need you to stay on the phone with me and breathe.
He's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Este niño llamó al 911 para avisar que asesinaron a su madre y a su abuela cuando un homicida entró a su casa. El chico cuenta que sintió miedo al saber que un extraño estaba dentro de su casa y por tal motivo cogió a su hermana y a su hermano menores que él para esconderse toda la noche en su cuarto para que la mañana siguiente solamente encontrara los cuerpos de sus familiares.
911. Somebody broke into our house last night, and I don't know who it was, but they killed everybody here except for my sister, my brother, and me.
Okay, and what happened now?
There was a guy with a pistol or some kind of gun, and he came in and shot my mother and my grandma. Those were the only ones here.
And you're there now?
And they also killed one of my grandma's dogs, so we still have 3 dogs left.
Did you just now come home?
No.
Were you there last night?
Yes, I was just afraid to call.
Stay on the line, okay? I'm going to take you to the police department.
Okay.
Can
Kentucky State Police 911.
Yes, there was a break-in, that last night. I was afraid to call, and, they shot the only two people here, which was my grandma and my mom.
In what county?
Ronnieville, Kentucky.
In Ronnieville?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on right now?
Nothing. I was just afraid to call, so, last night.
Okay, and did the police come out last night?
No.
They didn't?
No.
And who was shot last night?
My mom and my, grandma.
Your mom and grandma?
Yes, and one of my, grandma's dogs. The only people here are me, my sister, and my brother.
How old is your sister and your brother?
My sister's like a few months old. My brother's only just 4.
How old are you?
9.
Where were they taken last night? Did the police come?
No, they weren't taken. They were shot in my house.
Okay, and did they go to the doctor?
No.
Where are they at right now?
They're in my house. There's blood splattered everywhere.
Do you know who done this?
No.
You don't know? Have you been there all night by yourself?
Yes, with my brother and sister.
Okay, honey, you stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
En esta inquietante llamada, la señora Ruth Price informa al operador que ha visto a un hombre merodeando por su propiedad. Antes de que el operador pueda obtener más información sobre lo que está sucediendo, la señora se queda en silencio antes de que la línea se llene de espantosos gritos. Varios segundos después, la línea se interrumpe y la persona que llamó fue asesinada por el merodeador, mientras que el operador solo pudo escuchar impotente. Aunque la grabación en sí tiene menos de un minuto de duración, es particularmente escalofriante escuchar el horror y el terror absoluto en los gritos de la mujer.
What's the problem, ma'am? Oh, there's some guy been checking the place out.
How?
Well, he went in the back. I have an apartment in the back, and he said he was looking for a guy. And he comes to my door, and said he's looking for an apartment. So I live alone, and I'm an old lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Where is he now, ma'am?
I don't have no idea.